A popular image in nativity scenes, Christmas carols, and overpriced holiday cards is the image of the wise men bowing down to the baby Jesus on the night of his birth in the manger. But that's a lie. Welcome back to Tartan Truths and our Christmas series, Follow the Star, where we have been breaking down the story of the Magi to see how we too can get closer to Christ. Today we are busting one of the biggest myths of the entire New Testament. The truth is even more powerful. We left off with the Magi being sent by King Herod to find the newborn King of the Jews, also known as the Messiah, also known as a little baby boy named Jesus. Herod told the wise men he wanted to worship the baby Jesus, but in actuality, Herod was, how shall I say this gently, a paranoid psycho. He thought Jesus was a threat to his earthly power, so he had an evil plan ready for when the Magi returned. We'll get to that next week. Pop culture dating back from medieval paintings to modern Hallmark cards has always shown the Magi chilling with the shepherds and the animals in the manger with the baby Jesus on the night of his birth. But the Bible tells a different story. Did you know the Magi were actually a little late to the birthday party? Not by a few hours either, but by 2 whole years. Sometimes God will tell you what He wants you to do, but you must have patience and perseverance to get there. God was testing the Magi's faith the whole time. Imagine how easy it would have been for them to believe if the Magi just woke up in the middle of the night, saw the star, walked up to the first house in Bethlehem, and found little baby Jesus crying in his crib. They would have been like, God was right. There's Jesus, the Messiah, right there. Now let's go home. Nope, that's not what happened at all. Instead, they had to wait. Yet they kept their trust in God the whole time. Imagine if they just gave up after a few weeks, or a month, 6 months, a year even. At some point, one of the Magi just turned to the others and was like, you know what, guys? We haven't found anything. It ain't happening. Let's just go home. What blessings they would have missed out on. But this long, hard, tiresome, and likely painful journey built up their faith. It can be the same with you, particularly if you're new to Christianity. Like the Magi, you're more likely to feel like you're lost in the middle of a desert at first, wandering around on a camel rather than have a nice sports car drop out of the sky to drive you to a clear destination on the map. But you know what the Magi had all the while? That star. God was always there, guiding them. He will always be there to guide you too. The journey may not be easy, but He'll never leave you during it. So finally, at last, the Magi's long journey brought them to Jesus. Literally. So what happened once they showed up at His house? Well, tune in next week on Christmas Day for a special message. On a day now known for people getting gifts, we'll reveal a hidden prophecy about the greatest gift of all. Until then, God bless you, everyone. I dropped myself. It would have been too easy for them to trust in God had they just walked up to the first house